China's recent breakthrough in thorium nuclear reactor technology promises to usher in an era of unprecedented energy independence and environmental sustainability. In a bold departure from conventional nuclear energy, Beijing is rapidly advancing a system that could generate an almost unfathomable 60,000 years of clean, reliable power. While the concept might sound like science fiction, the reality is that China is already laying the groundwork for a future where energy production is safer, more abundant, and geopolitically transformative. Over the past few years, thorium reactors have garnered significant attention as a viable alternative to the traditional uranium-based systems. Unlike conventional reactors that depend on highly volatile materials such as uranium and plutonium, thorium offers a much more stable and plentiful resource. In practical terms, thorium is not only more abundant in the Earth's crust, but also inherently safer, as it operates at lower pressures and temperatures, significantly reducing the risk of catastrophic failures or meltdowns. This safety profile is bolstered by the fact that thorium, even when processed for energy, cannot be used to produce nuclear weapons, a critical advantage over traditional nuclear fuels. China's commitment to this transformative technology was clearly demonstrated last year when Beijing approved the construction of the world's first-ever thorium molten salt reactor plant in the vast expanses of the Gobi Desert. This project, slated for completion and full operation by 2029, is designed to generate up to 60 megawatts of thermal energy. While countries like the United States remain mired in theoretical debates and preliminary design studies, China is moving forward with tangible projects that could disrupt the global energy landscape. Recent estimates suggest that the implementation of thorium-based power could provide a level of energy security and economic stability that far exceeds current capabilities, giving China a significant head start in the race for energy independence. This technological leap is part of a broader national strategy. In its 14th five-year plan, China set an ambitious target to expand its nuclear energy capacity dramatically. The government aims to build 150 new reactors over the next 15 years, targeting an aggregate output of 200 gigawatts by 2035, a scale that would be sufficient to power cities comparable in size to Beijing. With 30 reactors already under construction and plans to add between 6 and 8 new reactors each year, China has nearly tripled its nuclear capacity over the past decade. This rapid expansion not only underscores the country's commitment to diversifying its energy sources, but also highlights its determination to achieve energy self-sufficiency in an increasingly competitive global market. At the heart of this shift is the unique chemistry and engineering behind thorium reactors. These systems use molten salt as both fuel carrier and coolant, a design that allows the reactor to operate at relatively low pressures and high temperatures, conditions that are far safer than those found in conventional reactors. The process begins when thorium dissolved in molten salt is heated to approximately 1,400 degrees Celsius. At this temperature, neutrons trigger a chain reaction that converts thorium into uranium-233, an isotope that serves as a potent nuclear fuel. The heat generated by this fission process is then used to drive turbines and produce vast amounts of electricity. Moreover, thorium's energy density is staggering. It can generate nearly 200 times more energy than traditional uranium, a fact that underlines the long-term potential of this technology for both domestic consumption and export. Economic and environmental benefits are further enhanced by thorium's ability to produce significantly less nuclear waste. Traditional uranium reactors generate large quantities of long-lived radioactive waste, which pose complex challenges in terms of storage and environmental remediation. In contrast, the byproducts of thorium fission are far less hazardous and can be recycled for additional energy production. This inherent efficiency not only minimizes the long-term environmental impact but also reduces the economic burden associated with waste management, a factor that could transform public perception of nuclear energy worldwide. Looking beyond the laboratory and pilot projects, China has unveiled an ambitious roadmap for commercial deployment. Following the completion of the first thorium reactor in 2029, plans are already in place to build modular, commercial-scale reactors with electrical outputs of 100 megawatts or more. These smaller reactors are designed for integration into smart grids that combine various renewable energy sources, such as solar and wind power, thus ensuring a balanced and resilient energy supply. In a surprising twist that underscores the versatility of thorium technology, Chinese shipbuilders have even introduced designs for giant container ships powered by molten salt reactors. If realized, these vessels could revolutionize maritime logistics by providing a clean and nearly limitless power source for global trade. The economic implications of this breakthrough extend far beyond the energy sector. A recent survey conducted by Chinese geologists identified vast deposits of thorium at the Bayan Obu mining complex, revealing reserves estimated to contain up to 1 million tons of thorium. To put this into perspective, the extraction of thorium from a single iron ore site in Inner Mongolia over a 5-year period could supply the entire energy needs of American households for more than 1,000 years. Additional surveys have mapped out 233 thorium-rich zones across the nation, effectively creating a strategic resource reserve that not only secures China's energy future but also solidifies its status as a global energy superpower. This development comes at a time when the global energy market is undergoing profound changes. In recent years, the world has witnessed intense geopolitical maneuvering over natural resources, from the battle for rare earth elements to disputes over oil supplies. China's strategic investments in thorium are part of a larger effort to reduce its dependency on imported energy. Historically, a vulnerability that has occasionally left the nation exposed to external pressures. For decades, China has relied heavily on oil imports from the Middle East and other regions, a dependence that becomes increasingly risky in times of geopolitical tension or conflict. By shifting the focus to domestically sourced thorium, Beijing is positioning itself to overcome these vulnerabilities and to chart a course toward true energy independence. This drive for self-sufficiency is not limited to nuclear energy alone. China already controls 60% of global rare earth production and processes 90% of the world's supply, a dominant position that has profound implications for industries ranging from electronics to renewable energy. The addition of thorium as a strategic resource only strengthens China's hand, ensuring that it will remain at the forefront of technological innovation and resource management. With every new reactor and mining operation, China reinforces its ability to dictate global market trends and secure long-term economic stability. Some critics argue that the challenges associated with thorium reactor technology should not be underestimated. They point out that, despite its theoretical advantages, scaling up this technology to meet national and global demands will require overcoming significant engineering, regulatory, and financial hurdles. However, China's track record in rapidly deploying new technologies, from high-speed rail networks to 5G telecommunications, suggests that these obstacles are likely to be surmounted with the same vigor and strategic planning that have characterized its past successes. In an era where energy security is becoming a linchpin of national policy, China's proactive approach in developing thorium reactors is a decisive step toward a more secure and sustainable future. Adding further credence to China's position is the extensive government backing and investment in nuclear research and development. Recent figures indicate that billions of dollars are being funneled into projects that not only focus on thorium reactor technology but also explore complementary areas such as fusion energy and advanced renewable systems. These investments are part of a broader strategy to build an integrated energy ecosystem that minimizes environmental impact while maximizing output. Analysts predict that within the next 2 decades, China could achieve a level of nuclear energy output that would dwarf current capacities in the West, fundamentally altering the global energy landscape. In sum, China's pioneering work in thorium nuclear reactor technology represents more than just an incremental improvement in energy production. It is a paradigm shift that has the potential to reshape global geopolitics, redefine energy markets, and set new standards for environmental stewardship. As the world grapples with the dual challenges of climate change and dwindling fossil fuel reserves, China's bold strategy offers a tantalizing glimpse into a future where clean, nearly limitless energy is not only achievable but also sustainable. With its vast thorium reserves, robust infrastructure investments, and a clear vision for the future, China is poised to lead the global transition to a new era of energy independence and technological innovation.